What is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another day of the... What is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another day of the Norwich City Fanvent calendar. I hope you guys are really enjoying the series, and as always, a big thank you to Credo Asset Finance for making this series possible. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. Go over and check out the link in the description to find what they do. So, predicted 11 or / preferred 11, my preferred 11, ahead of this weekend's game against Everton. In goal, Declan Rudd. I think he was brilliant against Watford, our only decent performance on that pitch, and I think he more than deserves to keep his starting lineup. I think it's more than, even if he would have played poorly last week, I think he should have stayed in, because if you put him in for a week and then take him out, it will just kill confidence completely. So for me, Declan Rudd has to stay in there, and he certainly warrants his starting place. I'm sure Alex Neil will give him a bit of a run in the team, and to give John Ruddy a bit of a break as well. I've gone for the standard back four. Despite it being absolutely woeful last week, I don't think that'll be the same this week. I think they'll be much improved, and I don't think changes will help it in any way, shape or form. I think bringing Russell Martin back in won't help. And let's not forget that this back four have been fairly solid for the majority of when they've been together. It was only last week that they weren't great, and the whole team wasn't great, so I wouldn't blame them. Going into the midfield, I think this is the area where it does need changing. I think Alex Neil may have got it wrong at Watford. I don't think it particularly worked too well, or at least it didn't work in the style of football we played. So on the right-hand side, I'm going to put Nathan Redmond in there. I think he was unlucky to be substituted so early on last week, and I think he brings that dynamic that we don't have through any other player and gives us that edge on the counter-attack. I would have thought we'll be playing fairly counter-attacking football at times against Everton, and you can't be having Johnny Howson on that right-hand side if that's the formation and the style that you want to be playing in. So for me, Redmond goes in there, and I'd really like to see him find that form that he had earlier on in the season where he scored like 4 goals fairly quickly. I wanted to find that form again. I think other players in the team really do need to step up as well, because I think some people are going unnoticed a bit, and that can't happen in this Premier League. Next to him, I'm putting Big Gaz in there. I think Gary O'Neill has been exceptional for us this season and was probably quite unlucky to not get his starting place against Everton last week. I think he brings a certain calmness and experience and a level-headedness to the team. And he also a damn lot of experience and ability as well. I think Gary O'Neill is a very underrated footballer and can certainly bring something to this team, and is definitely still a Premier League player. For me, we lacked that last week. We lacked that ability to get the ball on the floor and just calm things down when we needed to. We lacked that level-headedness that Gary O'Neill brings to the team. So I'm going to be putting him back in there. Next to him, I'm going to be putting Yusuf Malumbu. I think he's a ball-winning midfielder that we really do need in the squad, and someone who can drop deep to sort of stop the likes of Deulofeu and Barkley picking up them holes in between the defence and midfield. I think that's very important to try and boss the midfield this week. And I think Malumbu will be the player to do so. And then on the left-hand side, of course, Robbie Brady. He was dreadful as well last week. That was his only poor game in an Orange City shirt so far. But I think if Brady steps up, the whole of the rest of the team steps up. Brady seems like a player who can get the best out of his teammates, and he's been brilliant this season. Even when he wasn't playing too well last week, he still whipped in a hell of a lot of balls that were fantastic, and brings a hell of a lot to set pieces as well. So when you've got Gary O'Neill and Robbie Brady on the pitch, 2 fantastic set piece takers, it gives you an extra dimension. Even if you're not playing well, you've still got that knowledge that we might get something from a set piece. You might get a goal back when you're 1-0 down, and it completely reignites the game. I think that's very important. I'm playing a 4-4-1-1 here, so obviously in the number 10 role, I'm going to be putting that man, Wesley Hoolahan. I say that man, I don't think he's been at his best the last couple of weeks. And like Nathan Redmond, I'd really like to see our more experienced, not more experienced, but the players who have a lot of technical ability and we know we can get more out of to really start to step up, because I don't think our better players have been doing that in recent weeks. I don't think Wes Hoolahan's been creating them killer passes. I don't think Redmond's been taking on men when he should do and finding the back of the net. And I really do want to start seeing that. So I hope that Saturday's game brings the best out of our players once again. And then finally up front, there's no picture, so here's Mbakani's face on the screen. It is Diamersi Mbakani. I still stand by my point that Diamersi Mbakani is our best striker at the club. I think he's got everything that all of the players bring, but he's got it all in one. I think he's got Jerome's pace and power. I think he's got Graben's movement and finishing. And he's just better than Kyle Lafferty. So I want to be seeing Mbakani go in that central role. He had double the amount of aerial battles won than Lewis Graben on the previous week. So he's good in the air. He's good on the floor. He's scored a couple of goals. This man is going to score goals for us. It's just he needs a regular run in the team and a bit more service. Once he gets that, he will score goals. I think he's better than everyone else and he can play that lone striker role the best. So that is my predicted 11. I know you guys always like to give your predicted 11, so leave that in the comments. And if you agree with my team, why don't you leave it a like? And if you don't agree with it, still leave it a like. Thanks for watching anyway. Big game coming up this Saturday. Go and check out my match preview as well to get some stats and all of that nice stuff. So thanks very much for watching and see you later. Peace out.